So The Marvels for me was quite a simple MCU movie, and that isn't necessarily a bad thing in this scenario. However, I feel that we've seen a lot of simplicity stuff now in the MCU. The TV shows are getting a bit beige and feel like they're half-assed done. And I feel that this movie felt half-assed done. However, it did exceed my expectations. I'm not gonna lie. My expectations for this movie were like here.
It's a pretty low bar these days.
Really down at the bottom, because after watching Captain Marvel and after watching Miss Marvel, I thought, feels like a gap fill movie, in which it was. It was a gap fill movie. You could tell that going through the movie, nothing big was happening. It weren't really needed. However, you go, okay, it did its job, I suppose, at telling that story of Captain Marvel meeting Miss Marvel and meeting Captain Rambeau as well, and all them three coming together, in which was a bad movie. I think it was quite a averagely good movie. However, I feel it was quite cheesy. And what I mean by cheesy is over the top, trying to be funny, and it felt a little bit cringe. However, I didn't mind that as such in this type of film, because after watching Miss Marvel, you know how cringy that thing gets, and I think you knew walking into this movie that it was going to be a bit cringier. Before we get on to the rest of the video, I just want to tell you guys thank you for the support, because I've absolutely enjoyed making these videos for you guys. If you want to see more of it, all you have to do is press that subscribe button, as it would really help the channel grow, the community grow, and you can join the community by hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, hitting that notification bell, and let's get back to the video. I think the villain, Ben, was a good villain and a solid villain. I think that she thrived off this idea of revenge, and I think that her as a villain seemed to pose a threat, and she seemed to want to just put her world back to normal after Captain Marvel, known as the Annihilator, destroyed that planet. Interesting plotline, because she was trying to find air, water and light basically to reform that planet again, and because obviously when the Annihilator, Captain Marvel, destroyed the planet basically of the air, the water and the sun, she needed to find replacements for those, and so she gained the power of the bangle and then went around trying to find where she could find these things so that she could reignite Hela as a planet again. As she took the oxygen, the air, the atmosphere from the Skrulls planet, she took the water from Captain Marvel's husband's planet, and then she tried taking the sun away from Earth, in which is obviously a big planet to Captain Marvel because that's where she came from. And to me, I think that all those three things of trying to gain revenge on Captain Marvel whilst also reigniting her old world, I think that was a successful plot line. At the end of the movie, she tries tricking the three of them to think that she's down and out, and that if Captain Marvel could reignite the sun, then she won't tear a hole in the fabric of space and time. However, she does that anyways, as she holds Kamala as basically blackmail, and then rips a hole in space and time anyways, so that the sun can go back to her world, in which was showed her evilness and posed a threat. However, I would have preferred if she'd, as I took the sun away, made Earth scared a little bit, and then obviously brought it back through. I think that would have been better. We knew that that was never going to be a possibility, so it felt predictable in that retrospect. I think that what was interesting though was how Rambeau got trapped on the other side of the tear. And I think that was quite interesting, because it was like, oh, this isn't something I expected, and this is something that can be built on now. And obviously it ends the movie where she looks like she's now in the X-Men world of some sort, because we saw the big X-Men symbol. So there's going to be something interesting. Hopefully we'll find out next year, probably in another MCU movie. I'm probably betting on the Deadpool and Wolverine movie that she'll come back into, or in a TV show down the road. I think it was great to see at the end of the movie how the future is for the likes of Kamala and other characters move forward, as we saw that the potential of the Young Avengers coming together, of Kate Bishop talking with Kamala, and I think that would be great if they could make that happen. So to summarise The Marvels, then, for me, I think it was quite an average film. It was quite a bit beige, if I'm being honest, but I do think it delivered past my expectations. It was average, it was a little bit cringe. However, I can get past that because it was just an alright film, and it was a gap film movie, hence why I've rated this movie 6.8 out of 10 and an average film. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments down below, what your thoughts are. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it terrible? Is it amazing? Let us know down in those comments down below, please. Also, we have noticed not enough people have been smashing that subscribe button. Yes, you guys at home can do that right now by hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, hitting that notification bell, and I shall see you guys in the next one.